I mean, Garrison's death has been so tragic and really hard, but it has brought the family together in a lot of ways. You know, I mean, definitely there's still not reconciliation with Kody or anybody like that, but the siblings, where they've had differences of opinion that have sometimes split relationships, that those have been mended. You know, everything, I think it just puts everything in perspective, right?
The season finale of season 19 of Sister Wives was really a beautiful tribute to Garrison's life. I've watched the episodes several times and I cannot make it through without sobbing. Garrison's was truly a life cut tragically short, and all those who knew him best gathered to grieve together. We see a lot of the Brown kids, who are mostly all adults now, appear on camera for the first time in a long time. Something that is highlighted in this episode is that Garrison's siblings, some of whom have had fractured relationships, are working towards healing. It is sad that that's not happening with Kody, but you can only control what you can control, right? At the end of this episode, what appears to be a very intentional conversation is shown between Leon and Madison. They discuss wanting to have a relationship with Robyn's kids and that they would just love to have conversations with them. To me, this seemed like a purposeful public plea to try to welcome Robyn's kids into their circle of healing, and I cannot think of a better tribute to Garrison's memory. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. My goodness, when it rains, it pours. Matt and I are so sorry about our pod episode this week, you guys. What started off with our air conditioner going out on Monday ended up with me in the ER with my daughter and a very sick kindergartner today. Penelope is on the mend and thankfully it's nothing super serious, but life has just lifed this week for us in the household. So we do appreciate your patience while we get our poop in a group. I've been wanting to talk about this topic on Reality Squad since the airing of the season 19 finale of Sister Wives, so I'm very happy to finally be making this video. For the most part, I am very impressed with how TLC and producers handled depicting the passing of Garrison. I don't feel like it was exploitative. I loved the focus on the family and how much Garrison meant to each member of this family. And while I don't really believe much of what came out of Kody's mouth, he honestly didn't really bother me that much in these 3 episodes. He was pretty easy to overlook for me, and I did get a much needed chuckle out of that sign sale montage. Some of you have commented that you don't think producers are covering for Kody and Robyn anymore, and if scenes like this is any indication of what's to come in future seasons, I'd have to hard agree. It really seems like the show is now letting Kody and Robyn expose their own lies and show just how out of touch they really are. Over the past few weeks, I've gotten some comments telling me that I've been coming a little too hard for Kody lately, being that he is a grieving father. And I just have to reiterate, it has been 14 actual months since Garrison died. I did not come for Kody at all in the immediate aftermath of Garrison's death and for some time after. You guys, I am not a total savage. Really, it wasn't until we started getting reports from Kody's own children that they've remained estranged that I started vocalizing my astonishment at Kody's failure to course correct. For me, knowing that Kody has not mended things with his children, and I put the majority of responsibility for that on Kody since he is the father, and it is his actions that have caused the rift in this family, it really colors how I take everything he says on the show. I view everything he says and does with a healthy dose of skepticism, and I just wonder if there was ever any genuine intent to heal on his part, if everything we see on the show is an act, a performance for the cameras. He literally referred to the act like 3 or 4 times when describing the process of bringing Garrison home to Wyoming. And it kind of makes me wonder if Kody knows shows just how transparent he's being. Like he's intentionally or maybe unintentionally saying the quiet part out loud. One of the focal points of this season finale and of the final episode memorializing Garrison was the intention of Garrison's siblings to heal relationships between each other. This is a family of 18 children who, as they get older, their lives are all going in different directions. They're developing different ideologies. In the past, various siblings have had their relationships fracture over things like political differences. Two of the kids in this family identify as part of the LGBTQIA community, and Mary's kid Leon decided to step away from the show when they came out as trans non-binary a couple of years ago. Leon and their spouse Audrey have seemingly lived a quiet, non-public life in Colorado, and we rarely see Leon interact with their family members. They did attend all of their siblings' weddings over these last couple years, as well as Christine's wedding, which was filmed for the show. Everyone showed up for Christine's wedding, and it seemed like for the kids who preferred not to be filmed, production honored that desire by just not featuring them very much. It was very noticeable and heartwarming to me how involved Leon was in this homecoming memorial of Garrison. Leon and Audrey were there for the fishing trip on camera. There was a heartbreaking moment where you can see Leon bent over Garrison's grave just in tears. That really broke my heart. And then after the graveside burial, all of the kids gather back at, I think it's been reported this was an aunt or uncle's house. And Leon and Maddie discussed their desire to heal their relationships with even Robyn's kids. And it seemed very intentional that this was allowed to be filmed for the show.
You know, I have found there is great healing for me in being here with the kids. It just reminds me that there's a bigger picture, that I still have this amazing family and so many exciting things happening.
Like, so with Kody, it's like, I'm angry at the way things happened, but I can control how I react and how I reciprocate. And I'm still deciding how I do that. I'm sad. I'm sad for him, and I'm really sad for Robyn's kids. And like, if I had a conversation with any of them, I'd be like, I have nothing against you. And if I've ever done anything to hurt you, I'm sorry. Like, I would love to have a conversation with them. I'm not sure what to say other than that. Like, if I ever caused you pain, I'm sorry.
It makes me really sad to hear Madison say that she's angry with Kody, not dad. You know, Kody is Leon and Madison's mutual father, but Madison calls him Kody. That kind of removes him from having a familial connection to at least her. He's Kody to her, not dad. That is impactful, especially given the fact that this conversation is happening the weekend that they are burying their brother, Kody's son. Madison is relaying to Leon that she is angry with how things have happened. I'm assuming she means the complete destruction of the family, and she likely, rightfully so, lays a lot of responsibility for that at Kody's feet. Just from other things Madison has said about Kody on her brief stint on her podcast, she has said that Kody is not respectful of people's boundaries, and he is a very my way or the highway type of person. So yeah, I get how these kids harbor a lot of hurt towards him and about him. It's all very, very sad. But what I noticed in this conversation is that Leon and Madison want to make it very clear that the way they feel about Kody is not the way they feel about Robyn's kids. And both of them express desires to at least be able to have a conversation with their siblings that live with Kody and Robyn. We all remember a couple seasons ago when Robyn sat her kids down to tell them that none of the rest of the family cared to be around them for Thanksgiving, which was not true. But we see on camera Robyn manipulate her children into thinking that their other siblings don't care about them very much. Robyn has gone on to say, again, on the show, that she and her kids have been voted off of Brown Family Island. They've been kicked out of the club. And again, it's like, no. Yes, it is true. Most of the OG kids do not want a relationship with Robyn, but those sentiments do not trickle down to her children. And Leon and Madison want to get that point across on camera in what I am interpreting as a public plea to Robyn's children. If they watch the show, hopefully they will watch this conversation and know that the OG kids do want a relationship with them. And hopefully they can all work through any hurt feelings that have transpired over the years. I really can't think of a better way to honor Garrison than to heal the relationships between the siblings, and I am so glad that that was included in this episode. As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah's Bills, and my podcast, Mostly Harmless. Links for both of those will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, X, and TikTok at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.